Hey everybody, welcome back to Lunch Hour VR. I am your host Max Noir with my co-host here, Edwin Rogers. And today I am beyond excited to introduce our special guest, Candice. Please tell me how to say your last name.
My last name is Candice Houtekier.
All right, thank you for that. So Candice, I'm gonna use some fun words here, and I'm gonna call you a guru of the virtual art world. So super excited to show you guys what she has cooking in terms of VR art galleries, NFT opportunities, and much more. So yeah, thanks so much for being here today with us, Candice, and yeah, tell us a little bit about you.
Hi everyone, thank you first for having me here. I really appreciate. My name is Candice. I am a virtual reality enthusiast. I have a background in art history, and I am working with the two founders of ARVR, Brendan McNaughton and Justin Houtekier, to help traditional art galleries to take a digital turn and to do exhibitions in virtual reality.
Awesome. So I know that you're involved with two different companies. One is called ArtCollision and the other is ArtGate. So can you start out by telling us a little bit about ArtCollision?
Yeah, for sure. So as I said, after I graduated from a master's degree in art history, I work for diverse art galleries between Montreal and Toronto. And then I decided to launch my own marketing agency because I was tech savvy, and I know that I could have the opportunity to help art dealers and different people from the traditional art world to take a digital turn. So I help them by running their marketplaces, by upgrading their websites, installing e-commerce solutions, managing their social media, and helping them with virtual reality exhibitions.
Very cool. Edwin, you look like you have something to say.
You're muted.
You're muted, Edwin.
I would love to see a little bit of video of the space, maybe.
Cool. Yeah, so we'll show a video about the work that you were working on, and then you can tell us a little bit more about it.
Super.
Hey there. Welcome to ArtGate VR. My name is Brendan McNaughton. I am the co-founder of this platform, and ArtGate is a virtual reality marketplace for post-war and contemporary art. Right now, we're standing in an exhibition curated by Miriam Arbus, part of the Wrong Biennale. I'll give you a quick little tour. Come follow me. There's artworks from all around the world that are part of this exhibition. And every single room has a text panel that gives you more information about the artwork. If you walk through the doorway over there, you'll get brought into another collection and another exhibition with artworks from all over the world as well. There's people that join at all times, and there's events that take place in virtual reality all the time. Come follow me and I'll show you one last cool thing. If there's any artworks that you see, you can pull up this information panel, get more info about the artwork, dimensions, dates, artist names, and you can also click on the Inquire button, and that puts you directly in touch with the gallery if you'd like to get this piece to add it to your collection. Hope you can pop by soon.
Awesome. So I really like a couple of things. The avatars, for one. I mean, lots of different social VR experiences have super different avatars from, another app. And I like that you guys actually kept it pretty simple so that people can like really focus more on the art instead of what they look like.
Definitely. Well, we kept simple avatars for optimizing the performance of the application. And yes, to focus on the gallery experience that we have. However, we are looking on new features like name tags or different colors of avatar to give our customers opportunities to connect in a better way.
Very cool. And you work with another company. So that one that we were just watching, that was Artgate, right?
Yes.
Okay. So can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yes, definitively. So I met the two founders, Brendan McNaughton and Justina O'Hare, in 2018. At the time, I was working at the Art Fair of Toronto, and I met Brendan because he was walking in the hallway with Oculus Go in his hands. And I'm a VR enthusiast. I do virtual reality since 2016. So when I saw an artist or just someone working in a traditional art fair with a VR headset, I went to him and I was like, hey, what are you doing with this? And he was like, hey, I'm working on this exhibition solution. Check it out. And at the time, Artgate was not even a metaverse. It was just a prototype of gallery space with some artworks inside. And I thought that it was an amazing proof of concept. And I decided to start to work with them officially in March 2020, 2 weeks before the pandemic.
So what do you see as the future of this technology, and what is the kind of response been with artists currently?
I think that we are provided the solutions for art dealers. Before everything, we want to help art dealers to exhibit group exhibition and solo exhibition on this platform. The goal is to help them to share their programming and the schedule of their exhibition on this platform so they can connect with international people. It's great because, let's say, to give you an example, that you are an art dealer from Toronto, having a gallery space can be quite expensive. Same thing if you are an art dealer from New York City. The rent is expensive, and if you wish to reach out to international clients, you have to find digital solutions. What is great in Artgate is it's a metaverse. It's not just a solution to create exhibition. In Artgate, you can connect with people. You can talk with people from all over the world. And today, I'm so proud to say that we have clients from all over the world, from all the continents. And it's great to have Asian clients coming to opening reception from North America. We hosted so many events since the past 2 years. We had opening reception, closing receptions, gallery tour, artist talk, Q&A with art collectors. And every time the people who come are international. They come from all over the world.
That's amazing.
So cool. Yeah, it sounds like it's just such a more accessible way to have, to host an exhibition so that you can really get that like international reach.
Mm-hmm.
What, I know you mentioned you have clients from all the continents. Who are you working with the most?
So personally, what I do with Artgate is to bring my own clients that I work with Art Collision. And because I work very closely on their digital presence, I convince them to try Artgate and to explore the boundaries of this application. So I've been working with art galleries from Toronto, and I also had the pleasure last year and this year again to work with an art collector from Hong Kong.
Very cool. That's exciting for me because my company is based in mainland China. But that's awesome. I wanted to take a quick second to remind the audience, anyone who's watching, that if you pop a comment into the comment section of whichever platform you're on, we will see your comment, we can showcase it, and if you have any questions specifically for Candice, we can answer them. So I encourage you to do that. And also, I wanted to pop up Candice's Twitter handle. Everyone should go follow her because she's obviously very, very, very cool.
Thank you.
Sure.
So I wanted to ask sort of what your thoughts are in relation to virtual art showcases and the pandemic. And have you seen more people becoming interested in exploring this avenue?
Yes. So, Max, when you work in the traditional art market, you participate to a lot of events. Usually they took place on Thursday nights, Thursday evening, and it's the time where art galleries host opening receptions. So when you work in the traditional art market, you go to events very often. You go to auction events, art gallery events, and studio tours sometimes. And when the pandemic arrived in Canada, it's been so hard for the traditional art market because art dealers that were not digitally prepared lost a lot of customers along the way. And I think that having the opportunity to continue to host events, especially events that are made for the art world, is a great opportunity.
So here's my question is, as far as the art itself, are you focused more on digital art or traditional, like, sculptures, paintings, that kind of thing? You mentioned QR codes. So are you connecting an e-commerce back into it?
Yes, so that's an interesting question. ArtGate was designed for the traditional art market and the traditional art world. So the gallery spaces can host any wall art. I don't like this term, but everything that concerns like works on paper, painting, even like sculptures that you can put on a wall. And the gallery can also exhibit sculptures, so 3D models. However, before this all NFT movements, we actually tried to upload NFTs, and we realized that we can upload QR code directly into the application. So we do accept crypto transactions directly into the application by just scanning with a phone.
That's pretty awesome. And but is this a VR headset experience primarily? Because if you're scanning with the phone, is it also desktop?
Yes, we are working on a PC version of ArtGate VR. So this is coming soon, and this will come with an art fair that we are launching in April. In a month exactly. Like in a month exactly, we will be in the middle of the art fair. So we are very excited about that. In terms of transaction, we do not have an e-commerce solution for now because we are still testing the application and trying to upscale because we have more and more clients coming. So we need to have a technology that can handle the number of galleries in the application. But in the future, we want ArtGate to become a marketplace.
That's amazing.
For now, we let our clients making private deals. So I can give you an example. For example, we have this art dealer from Toronto. His name is Graham Lucet. It's #gallery, and he made an exhibition featuring one of his artists. And an art collector from Asia came into the platform, came to an opening reception, and they made a deal directly in the application.
Wow.
So international transactions are not yet in the system. However, we see it happening in a genuine way. We see art collectors connecting with art dealers directly into the app, having meaningful conversation about the artist, the exhibition, and then making a deal, closing a deal. Yeah.
Wow. It's pretty exciting. Pretty exciting.
Very exciting.
Yeah, that's awesome.
What is exciting is to create meaningful conversation. It's not just about the application, it's about this opportunity to meet with an international crowd and to exchange about art and to be focused on that because ArtGate is designed to host exhibition.
Very true. And I would consider this sort of current era that we're in to be the era of NFTs. And I'm constantly listening into NFT conversations on Clubhouse and elsewhere. And, I'm hearing more and more about how necessary and valuable it is to make a sale, to be building these relationships with the buyers. You need to know the buyers, you need to become buddies with the buyers. And, if someone likes your art and they support you once, obviously they're more likely to support you again. So it's really, really cool to know that there's a physical space in virtual reality where these relationships can sort of cultivate and evolve. So I'd like to know, given that we're in this NFT era now, are you sort of like pivoting? Are you sort of pivoting to make it, you know, more NFT exhibitions?
I think for now we are focusing on the traditional art world, and it's our mission to create this bridge between the traditional art market and a virtual reality metaverse. So we are focusing on this. However, I can notice that a lot of art galleries are shifting now. They do not just sell physical artworks, they are willing to sell digital artworks as well. And why not having both on the application? You know, as we will grow, we might create different departments, and then we will be able to separate our clients maybe by category. It's just an idea, but we see our client base growing, and we want to stay welcoming and inclusive. But we do want to serve the traditional art market before everything.
Great. And do you have a question?
No. I'm really, amazed. I'm personally working on some similar stuff and trying to. I had a client come to me who had a need for a art gallery. This was a couple of months when COVID really started. He wanted to showcase his work, so I used VR 360 tour technology to create a quick art gallery for him. And I think that, if one person needs it and then lots of people need it, I'm not that much in the art community, but that's what I hear, especially in Clubhouse, that this is a big problem. People aren't able to just go to the physical art galleries anymore and just walk around like before COVID. And also, there are people who are buyers around the world that may never be able to just be in your art gallery in LA, for example. So opening it up to a bigger, broader market, a global market, is like the same as when people are like saying, well, why do we need websites? Why does someone need to see our, why does someone in another country need to buy from us? Like that, it sounds like the same. But it's just slowly shifting into different avenues, and with NFTs too.
So I was reading the Art Basel Art Market report this morning from 2021 that just came out. And they said that I think it was 53 or 57 of art dealers never tried VR before. So it's like half of the art dealers that they audited do know nothing about the technology. So they're not aware of the possibilities yet. And then I have something to tell you. With Art Collision, what we do is we help our clients to install the exhibition. It's great because we are installer or art handler in virtual reality. And that's a real business opportunity if you think about it. Anyone can book a meeting, book a demo on the website, artgatevr.com, and decide to rent a gallery space and start to install an exhibition. But it can be for your clients too. If you work with numerous artists or numerous art dealers or people working in the traditional art market, you can become their installer. And I really believe in this job opportunity.
Cool. Yeah, I know. It's creating jobs for people. It's also, I think, another key element for me. What I like. So for those people who don't know, NFT is a way of getting for an artist, especially digital artists, to get paid even on the resale of the art using things like the blockchain, and it stands for non-fungible token, which is like, what developer came up with that crazy name? Fungible. Anyway, so that's what we're talking about with NFTs. But what's really exciting about that is that now an artist who's creating digital art can sell their piece for $100,000. It sells for $1 million. They get another $100,000 because they get 10% of the sale in perpetuity, which is amazing. So people who are traditionally like just paid for as work for hire, like digital artists that are creating movies and music. They can create these art pieces that can be a source of revenue. So it's really an exciting time for digital artists, especially that have in the traditional art world been kind of like overlooked.
Mm-hmm.
And NFTs are forcing to, like, I think just a few days ago, Elon Musk released an NFT, and it's really creating an avenue for different kinds of artists, including music as well as digital print photographers, all kinds of artists. So it's really exciting time. And I think the virtual art gallery space is going to be a huge part of that. But another thing, like, there's a lot of international artists that people will never get to see. With an international gallery, it could bring over ignored artists to the forefront.
Exactly. It definitely is a new solution. In terms of the resale royalties, I do believe that not every marketplace supports this option. I do believe that it's something that both the traditional art world and the digital art market should adopt. I've been working in the secondary art market, and resale royalties is not something that is, it's a problem for the current state of the art market. And I think it's great to see a new movement of new people bringing new ideas and pushing boundaries and forcing the establishment to reevaluate the way they work. I do like that. I like to see this movement. I like NFTs. I'm going to tell you something, Edwin. I bought a CryptoKitty in 2017. For the first time, because I'm a tech-savvy person. And when I realized that I could have the opportunity to breed digital assets, the whole idea blew my mind. I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. So at the time, I created a crypto wallet, 2017, and it was my friend Q who like transferred me some Ethereum, and each CryptoKitty was like $3, maybe 6. I don't know, but I got a lot of them and I breed them, and I love the idea, but I didn't know that it was going to get to this proportion like 4 years later. Who will know? If I need, I will get some CryptoPunks. Trust me.
Yeah.
I missed the opportunity at the time. I was like flashing these two projects, the CryptoPunks and the CryptoKitties, and I was like, I can breed digital assets. The whole concept is amazing. It's genius. So I'm going to do it. But in terms of profits, I should get the CryptoPunks.
Yeah. Well, I want to create digital art now, because I never consider myself an artist in that sense. But I mean, as a young kid, all I did was draw, and I'm a filmmaker and designer. And so now I think that I actually just bought a traditional camera, and I'm just interested in doing creative work, and whatever label you want to put on it, just I want to share it and showcase it. So it's been inspiring, this whole movement towards digital art. It's inspired me. So I want to create. I want to use Unreal Engine to create art that actually kind of draws you in to an experience.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. Well, having a metaverse is a very interesting experience. Building a metaverse from scratch. It's something we've been working for the past 2 years, and we made great progress. We've learned a lot along the way. And I think the key solution is to learn to create a business model behind this whole metaverse, to understand how we can just work on it, and empower people and help them to reach international clients.
So speaking of empowering people, if there are any artists out here watching now or later who haven't yet interacted with ArtGate, what's the process for somebody to get in there and to maybe host an exhibition?
So the first step to do is to book a demo on artgatevr.com. So you can go to the website and there's a book a demo button. then you will be in touch with our CEO, Brandon McNaughton, and he will give you a whole tour of the application, and he will show you the potential of the technology, what you can do, what kind of exhibition you can create, and the social interaction that you can have. And depending on who you are and what you want to do, we will offer you to rent a gallery space in Artgate.
Beautiful. And sorry about that.
And the application is open to art dealers, art consultants, and every groups or organizations that represent artists.
Perfect. And is there, I'm assuming that there's some sort of like a rental fee that people pay? And if so, do you guys have some sort of like a sliding scale or sort of like scholarship program for people who, you know, may need a little bit of financial help in that area?
Mm-hmm. So we do have monthly prices depending on the number of rooms that you want. So we have one plan for one gallery space. Then the second plan is for 5 gallery spaces, and so 5 rooms. And then the third plan is for 25, if I'm not wrong with us. What we try to do, if we have artists who are interested into the application, is to contact the university that represents them. So, for example, in Toronto, we recently made a collaboration with York University to help students who graduated from an MFA to create an exhibition. And we give them the opportunity by offering gallery spaces. So we do listen, and we are aware that sometimes financial costs can be an obstacle, and we do want to be inclusive, and we do want to be an open space.
Wonderful. Now we have a question from Michael Blackstone. Why not just use a free space like Neo's VR chat or crypto voxels? Are we thinking about how digital spaces will evolve to escape real world physics and build limitations?
Definitely. So the social interaction are way more advanced in application like VR chat or ad space. And we know that. However, what is great with Artgate is that to mount an exhibition, you only need a couple hours. In 2-3 hours, you can create a whole exhibition because we have what is called a command management system, a CMS, that is common to all marketplaces for the traditional art world. So when you are an art dealer, you work with marketplaces like Artsy, Artnet, Artspace, First Dips. These are marketplaces for the traditional art world. And we have exactly the same system. To upload an artwork, you just have to upload a high definition of an image and put all the metadata of the artworks, including the name of the artist, the title, the dimensions, and automatically the command management system put the artworks into the space, and they are scaled. Sorry, my English is not the best to explain that, but the dimension are the real dimension.
So they're resized into the dimensions that are correct, because that's another thing that is really tricky is like when you see something online and you see a painting and it might be really small, but you could expand it to make it seem really large. You don't really know. So that's really interesting feature. I think that's a really good question too. I also like the fact that it's focused because you can go into a VR chat and get lost in lots of stuff. But while if you're just looking for art, you want to just focus. So I think that's another really amazing thing. I think we're getting close to time, but
yeah, I just wanted to throw in half a joke, half being totally serious that I wouldn't personally want little kids bullying me while I'm deciding whether or not to buy artwork. Every time I go into VR chat, kids are like just torturing other people.
I know.
Anyway, we're almost out of time. The show always goes so quickly.
It's too fast.
I have one question left. If you can answer it in a super, a few words. What would you say to the traditional art market who either sort of has a wall built up about VR art galleries or they just have never heard of it before?
I think that a lot of art dealers are seeing the opportunities to improve their digital presence in many ways. And sometimes having a brick and mortar gallery spaces is cost a lot of money. And a great way to economize money is to move in the digital realm by renting a space in Artgate. And I think that because you can host events, you can connect with people from all over the world. And it's definitively a very good tool for the traditional art market, but also for the digital art market. We are really looking for creating a bridge between the reality and the virtual realm.
Beautiful.
Amazing.
Well, thank you so much, Candice. We're out of time. It has been an absolute pleasure learning from you.
It was a pleasure to come here. Thank you so much for inviting me.
Absolutely. And everyone, make sure you give Candice a follow. Her Twitter handle is here. Also, Artgate VR and Art Collision, which you can find on every single social media platform, including Pinterest. And lastly, a quick second of self-promotion. If you guys like the show, you're enjoying it, and you want to help support Edwin and I in our efforts, please check out our Patreon at patreon.com/maxnoir. Your support goes directly towards our time and our show costs. And you'll also gain access to the ARVR to the Moon Discord server, which is super, super cool. So please check it out, and we'll see you next week. So thanks so much once again, Candice.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Take care, everyone.